in order for them to buy from you right now, they need to believe that they need to think of, they don't need to think about it. Secret number 2, need to think about it. First of all, I wanted to congratulate you because you are not one of those people who just watch one video and just roam around and go back and do something else, but versus you're a person who actually is going to the second video, and probably you took some action too. If you didn't take any action, make sure that you do. So today we're going to talk about a person who's sharing an objection, say, I need to think about it. I mean, this sounds good, it sounds okay, but I don't decide about things really fast, but I need to think about it. What do you do when somebody says like that? Let's jump into that. The psychology of this is, I need to think about it is a belief. They believe that they need to think about it. Is that true? They believe that they need to think about it. So in order for them to buy from you right now, they need to believe that they need to think of, they don't need to think about it. They're ready to move forward. So sales is nothing but changing of a belief. Objection handling is nothing but changing of a belief. You're changing their belief about the fact that they need to think about it, because they truly believe that they need to think about it. That's what they're sharing. In order for you to sell them today, right now, as soon as possible, you need to get them to believe that they need to do it right now. Do you see that? And imagine 2 people showing up. One person is thinking, I need to think about it. Another person is like, no, you could do it right now because this is the best thing for you to do right now. And 2 beliefs clash with each other. One person, I need to think about it. Another person is like, no, I don't need to. You don't need to. You're ready to go forward. And then at some point, one person will walk away with other person's belief. One more time. At some point, one person will walk away with other person's belief. So sales is happening regardless. Either they are selling you into their belief that they need to think about it, or you are selling them into your belief that they need to get it right now. So sales is a belief conflict. We'll talk about that in a different angle another time, but understand that it's 2 beliefs fighting with each other. It's like 2 religions, it's 2 cultures, two different point of views conflicting with each other, 2 ideas conflicting with each other until they feel that one person agrees to another person. Right? So I need to think about it. It's a belief. You crumble the belief using questions. How do you crumble a belief using questions? Is that really true? Usually one of the questions that you could ask about a belief is that really true that you need to think about it? Right? Or ask them, what do you need to think about it? And they're like, I need to think about it, because they don't even know how to think about it, right? They don't even know how to think about it. What do you need to think about it? Do you need to think about the price, or do you need to think about the quality? Do you need to think about the service, or do you need to think about this thing? What do you need to think about? Okay, I need to think about, how to use this thing. Okay, let's think about it right now, right? Okay, so you could use it this way. You could use it this way. I still need to think about it. Okay, got it. What else do you need to think about? Not in a combative, fighting way, but in a friendly way. What else do you think you need to think about, right? All of a sudden, you're like bringing them to think about it and decide. So the strategy is use a beautiful woman frame. Imagine you're in a bar. If you're an extremely beautiful woman, think about it that way. And you're in a bar and a lot of men are coming to you and hitting on you, and they're like, oh, okay, you look so beautiful. You do this thing. Okay, can I spend some time with you? Can I buy you a drink? All kind of stuff. All of a sudden, the woman has to, she kind of enjoys it, like other people are giving her some sort of attention and focus. But at the same time, she's like, okay, no, never mind. It's okay. Okay, thank you. No need to drink. Like everybody's offering so many nice things and gifts and all kind of things. But she has to politely say no to that, right? That is a frame. If you go from that frame, all of a sudden, people definitely want to work with you. Imagine you have a frame where you are this beautiful woman, you're a beautiful man, one of those. And all of a sudden, everybody wants to spend time with you. And if you go from that frame of reference, nobody's going to tell you, I need to think about it. If Brad Pitt come to you tonight and like, okay, I want to spend some time with you, you would never say, oh, I need to think about it, right? You would say, oh yeah, sure. You can stay in our couch or whatever, right? But the point is, you don't say, I need to think about it. It's a positioning thing. You need to position in a way, strategically, you need to position in a way that they cannot even say, I need to think about it, because you have that positioning power, right? For example, your doctor tells you that you need to take these 3 medicines, and if you don't take these medicines, what is going to happen is your infection is going to get worse, and then probably you're going to lose one of your arms. And do you tell your doctor like, I will lose only one arm, huh? Okay, one arm is not a big deal. I just need to think about it. You don't say that, right? You just go ahead and do it because they have a strong frame. So what is the tactics here? Tactics is, what do you need to think about? I already kind of mentioned that. Can we think about it together? Can we think about it together? What do you need to think about it? Not in a friendly way. What do you need to think about? Okay, so can we think about it together and figure it out so that you can actually take advantage of this thing, this product, this service, so that you could move forward? Let's be honest here. So at that point, they're like, I still need to think about it. There's still another thing that you could do, which is, let's be honest about it. Let me tell you the truth. 99% of the people who get on a call with me, get on this conversation, imagine that you're in a sales conversation with somebody. 99% of the people who say they need to think about it, they go back home, they think about it, and they decide they never get back to me. They never respond to me after. And I'm okay with that. You don't need to. But the reality is, when you say you are going to think about it, you know what you're essentially doing? You're basically getting out of this thing. Is that what you want? And if that's what you want, I'm okay with that. Then all of a sudden, like, oh, no, that's not what I want. That's not what I was thinking. I really want to do this, but I'm like, okay, I understand that. I just want to let you know the data, right? Like, if you say that you're going to think about it, most people don't come back. Can you imagine a world where you didn't get this service, this product, and then you regret 5 years from now because you said you need to think about it and you never stopped thinking about it? It never happened. I'm sure this is not the first time you said you need to think about it. Probably a year ago, 5 years ago, you were still thinking. But can we think about it? Or can we have another conversation? I'll give you 3 days to think about it. But make sure that you're serious about it. And like I said, if you don't want to do this, fine with this. I respect your decision. But I don't want you to become a victim of indecision. So what do you want to do? Do you want to get started? Do you see that? So all of a sudden, they're interested in. Or do you want to talk 3 days from now? Never, ever leave a sales conversation without an yes, a no, or continuity. It can be yes. They want to continue. That's good. It can be no. I don't want to work with you. I don't want your product. I don't want your service. Can you get out of my office? That's fine too. Third option is continuity, which is like, can we talk next Thursday at 4 o'clock to discuss the next step? Without one of these three, don't leave a sales conversation. Like, I need to think about it. Like, so the person, you will be like imagining, oh, they're still thinking, and one day they'll get back to me, and you're like 87 years old, and you're like, you go to heaven, and they're still thinking about it, right? That's not the right approach to handle sales. Okay, so you got it. So tomorrow, we're going to talk about need to run by somebody else. Like, I mean, somebody said I need to think about it, but this is not my real problem. My real problem is people are asking me, hey, I need to talk to my partner. I need to talk to my wife. I mean, she's so lovely. She's so friendly. I want to make sure that she's okay with this. My business partner is everything for me. And without talking to my business partner, I cannot do anything. I mean, you obviously know this. What do you do when people say that? Tune in tomorrow. I'll talk to you tomorrow with what do you do when somebody says, I need to run it by someone else. See you tomorrow.